I'm Zach Morrow with RollSeal Doors, and we had some really good feedback from our initial videos that we've posted and the release of some of the touchless features that we've added to the doors. And so I wanted to go kind of one step further and show you guys just some of the basics, unpackage them a little bit, and show you exactly what you get with these kits. The first thing we're going to look at, by far our recommendation, by far customer preference to this point, is what we refer to as the passive infrared motion sensor. Small little motion sensor. We're used to seeing things like this. When we think about unpackaging it, one of the first things to note that we try to do is make it as simple, quick, easy, user-friendly as we possibly could. So this thing's going to come pre-assembled, pre-set up. You're going to get a few little pieces of hardware with it. You're going to get some adhesive back Velcro to mount to the front side of the door. You're also going to get some screws that we recommend to use inside the cooler or freezer. But when we look a little bit closer at this motion sensor, step one for you is literally just going to be to pop it open. Once you've done that, you kind of can get a better visual of what you're looking at. You can see your wire terminals. Inside here, you've got your mounting holes on the left and right sides. We've gone ahead and run a wire chase for you to where when it is mounted, it'll be nice and clean. But one thing to note, it is pre-set up from us. Motion sensors in a back room, especially mounted inside of a box, there's not really a cookie cutter answer, right? We want to always avoid nuisance triggers. So one of the things that we will do is we will pre-cut your sensor that's inside this. One square is notched out. So what that means is we've set it to the lowest possible sensitivity range setting. Now, you can adjust this in the field. We ask that if you do, give us a call. We love the opportunity to walk through your installation with you. But you know, our note for inside is just to start out at this setting, pick your spot, and go from there. If you do try to adjust this in the field and go a little bit too far, we also will ship an extra this just completely blank, right, that you can start from scratch with. But that's really just the basics of the passive infrared sensor. Once you've got it wired in, it's just a matter of popping it back in, and you are good to go. Now, I mentioned that setting these things up properly is vital, and so we will openly know that not all back rooms are the same, especially not all interior cooler and freezers are the same. So when you start thinking about a motion sensor, right, it's looking for motion. So things such as strip curtains moving with a refrigeration system coming off and on, even things like bubble wrap or packaging that can be floating as you get air movement inside the box. Some of those things can be picked up by a motion sensor. So for situations like that, if you've got a really small box or something like that, we also have a wave switch sensor as an option that we'll show you right quick. Very simple, very straightforward. Once the wave switch is unboxed, again, you'll see it as basic as they come, right? It'll come pre-wired to you. Really the only setting change in this is a dial on the inside, and it can be set to read something from 4 inches in front of it all the way out to 2 feet. So again, many of you have seen these before, pretty basic. Comes with instructions, comes with mounting hardware out of the box. So for those certain applications, again, that passive infrared has certainly been the preferred method to this point, but there are certain applications where it might not be the perfect fit, so we do have this option then. Last but not least, everything is going to come with a custom hardware kit depending on the door model that you have. It's going to come with the basics, everything to run your wiring, make the installation neat. It will come with wiring, with zip ties, all that. One of the things to bring out on that, if you do have a previous generation door, it's also going to come with a power supply. These motion sensors obviously require power. For newer generation doors, you can get that power off the door. If it's an older generation, it will come with this power supply, pre-wired cord set, Elliott installed in it to where you can easily run your wire and cable out of it. One note on this power supply, we do recommend that it is mounted on the warmer side of the opening. But again, that's just kind of the basics of some of these kits. We appreciate the feedback so far. Please call us if you got any questions, or we can help in any way, and stay tuned. We're going to release a video that shows a little bit more of the specifics of how to wire it in the coming days. Thank y'all.